Hello everyone, I am Vanita, Assistant Professor, Department of ECE, Hindustan College of Engineering and Technology. Today we are going to see the introduction to data communication. First of all, what is communication? Communication refers sharing the information. So this sharing can be either local or remote. So between the local communication means usually occurs face to face, but in the remote communication it takes place over some distance. Here, the word data refers some information. This information presented in whatever form that is agreed upon by the parties that is creating and using the data. Here, the data communication. Now we are going to see about what is data communication. The data communications refers the exchange of data between two devices. So this exchange of information takes place through a transmission medium. This transmission medium may be either wired or wireless. So for data communications to occur, the communicating devices must be a part of the communication system. Okay, so in this session we are going to discuss the components of data communication system, data flow, types of connection and physical topology. So this is the components of data communication system. The main 5 components of data communication is sender, receiver, message, medium and protocol. The first one is message. So the message is information to be communicated. So this message in the form of text, numbers, pictures, audio and video, whatever it may be. So here sender, the sender is a device that sends the data message. Similarly, the receiver is a device that receives the message. The sender and receiver may be a computer, workstation or whatever it may be. So the fourth one is transmission medium. The transmission medium is a physical path through which the message travels from sender to receiver. So this transmission medium, already I told, it may be either wired or wireless. If it is a wired medium, we can use the twisted pair cable, coaxial cable, fiber optic cable and some radio waves. Okay. The last thing is protocol. The protocol is a set of rules. Okay, protocol is simply nothing but a set of rules that govern your data communications. So without this protocol, the two devices may be connected but not able to communicating. Okay, so the next we are going to see about the data flow. Okay, there are three data flow mechanisms are available in your data communication. So the communication between two devices can be a simplex mode or half duplex mode or full duplex mode. In the simplex mode, first we are going to see one by one. The first one is simplex mode. So in simplex mode, the communication is unidirectional. Unidirectional means only one of the two devices on the link can transmit and the other can only receive. Okay, this is a one-way communication. One device can able to transmit the information, the other can only receive the information. This simplex mode can use the entire capacity of the channel to send the data in one direction. The next thing is half duplex mode. In half duplex mode, each station can both transmit and receive but not at the same time. Okay, both the devices can able to transmit and receive but not at the same time. This half duplex mode is, example is, we take one lane road. Okay, one lane road with traffic allowed in both the directions. Here in this half duplex mode, the entire capacity of the channel can be utilized for each directions. The third one is full duplex mode. In full duplex mode, first we saw the simplex mode. In the simplex mode, one device can transmit and one can receive. In the half duplex mode, both the stations can transmit and receive but not at the same time. So the third full duplex mode, both the station can transmit and receive simultaneously. Okay, here this is a full duplex mode is like a two-way street. Okay, with the traffic flowing in both the directions at the same time. In the full duplex mode, the capacity of the channel must be divided between the two directions. Okay, so the next we are going to see about the physical structures. There are two types of physical structures. So we take any network. A network is called one or two more devices are connected through some links. Okay, that link is a communication path that transfers the data from one device to another. Okay, For communication to occur, the two devices must be connected in some way to the same link at the same time. Okay, there are two possible types of connections out there. One is point to point and another one is multi-point. If it is a point-to-point connection, means it provides a dedicated link between two devices. Okay, it provides a link between two devices. The two devices are connected through some link. So the entire capacity of the link is reserved for the transmission between those two devices only. Okay, if it is a multi-point connection, means it is in which the more than two specific devices share a single link. Okay, so entire capacity of the channel is shared between the multiple devices. Okay, next we are going to say about the physical topology. So physical topology represents, this is a point to point connections and multi-point connections. Multi-point connection is the entire capacity of the channel is shared between two stations. In the multi-point connections, the entire capacity of the channel between the multiple devices. Okay, then next we are going to see about the topology. So the topology refers the geometric representation of your relationship of all the links and linking devices. There are four basic topologies available in your data communications. First one is mesh topology, star topology, bus topology and ring topology. First we are going to see one by one. The first one is mesh topology. In mesh topology, every device has a dedicated point-to-point link to every other devices. Okay, the term here, the dedicated, refers to the link carries the traffic only between the two devices it connects. Okay, in mesh topology, every devices is connected to have a dedicated point-to-point link to every other devices. So the information travel between the two devices it connects. Okay, so for this mesh topology, the main advantages of this mesh topology is it uses the dedicated link. Okay, so this dedicated link carries that each connections can carry its own data load. Okay, so it eliminates your traffic problems in the network. Then second one is, if one link becomes unusable, it does not incapacitate the entire system. Okay, so we have to replace that connections alone. When every message travels along your dedicated line, only the intended recipient sees it. These are all the advantages of your mesh topology. The disadvantages of this mesh topology is it is related to the amount of cabling and the number of I/O ports required or more in this mesh topology. The second we are going to see about the star topology. In a star topology, each device has a dedicated point-to-point link only to a central controller. Okay, the central controller is usually called a hub. The devices here are not directly linked to the one another. Unlike your mesh topology, your star topology does not allow the direct traffic between the devices. Okay, there is no communication between the devices in the star topology. The controller here, the one central controller is available here. It is called hub. Suppose if one device want to send a data to the another, it send the data to the controller, which then relays the data to the other connected devices. The station cannot able to communicate in the star topology. So it is advantages is it is easy to install and reconfigure. Then here moves, additions and deletions involve only one connections between the device and hub. So it is very easy. The other advantages, if one link fails, only that link is affected. All other links remain active. The next one is the main big disadvantages of the star topology is the dependency of the whole topology on one single point called the hub. If the hub goes down, the whole system is dead. The next one is bus topology. So the bus topology, it is a multi-point. Here one long cable acts as a backbone to link all the devices. One cable is act as a backbone. Next, the nodes are connected to the bus cable by drop lines and taps. Okay, here drop line is a connection that is running between your device and main cable, that is called drop line. Here another one is termed as tap. It is a connector that either splices into the main cable or punctures sheathing of the cable to create a contact with your metallic core. Okay, so suppose as a signal travels along your backbone, some of its energy is transformed into heat. Okay, so it becomes weaker and weaker as it travels further and further. So for this reason, there is a limit on the number of taps a bus can support and on a distance between those taps. Okay, the advantages of this bus topology is it includes ease of installation. Okay, so once again I tell you, in this bus topology the main nodes are connected to the bus cable by drop lines and taps. Okay, so suppose the signal travels along your backbone, some of its energy is transformed into heat, it becomes weaker and weaker, it travels further and further. Okay, for this reason we have to limit the number of taps and the number of distance between those taps. Okay, the third one is next one is the ring topology. Okay, in ring topology each device has a dedicated point-to-point connection with only the two devices on either side of it. Okay, the signal is here passed along the ring in one direction from device to device until it reaches its destination. Okay, here in each device in the ring incorporates a repeater. Okay, when a device receives a signal intended for another device, its repeater regenerates the bits and passes them along the cable. Okay, the ring is it is also easy to install and reconfigure. Here each device is linked to only its immediate neighbors. In here addition and deletion of device requires changing only two connections. Okay, the next topology is hybrid topology. Okay, this hybrid topology, here we are using the network can be hybrid. For example, we can have a main star topology with each branch connecting the several stations in bus topology. Okay, we are using the star topology here, and also the main cable is running here using bus topology also. Okay, it is a hybrid topology. It is a star backbone with 3 bus network. Okay, these are all about your types of connections and data flow and what are all the topologies involved in data communications. Okay, the remaining we will see in the next session. Okay, thank you.